Takulandirani ku AMTV Malawi kuchimake kwa nkhani zenizeni. Ngati nkhani imeneyo kuno kulibe, dziwani kuti nkhani imeneyo ndi yabodza.
Let us pray. Almighty God, who in your wisdom and goodness has appointed the office of the rulers and parliaments for the welfare of society and the just government of the people, we ask you to behold with your abundant favors your servants, whom you have been pleased to call to the performance of important trusts in this land. Let your blessings descend upon us here assembled, and grant that we may treat and consider all matters that shall come under deliberation in so just and faithful a manner as to promote your honor and glory, and to advance the peace, prosperity, and welfare of this country and of those whose interests you have committed to our charge. Amen.
General business, communication from the chair.
Good morning, honorable members, and welcome. I have no communication to make. Yes, honorable member for Cholo Central, and then Chitipa. Why are you rising? Chitipa South.
Madam Speaker, I'm rising on a point of order. I want to seek your guidance on two issues. The first issue is to do with our own standing orders. I understand these standing orders have been revised by the Legal Affairs Committee, and they are likely to be used by the next cohort. But at what point are they going to come to this House for the whole House to appreciate them and see where we can make amendments instead of them being done by just the Legal Affairs Committee, as has been the procedure all the times? Secondly, I want to find out at what point are the responses on committee reports going to be given, because since we started, not even a single report has been responded to. I submit.
Thank you, honorable member for Chitipa South. On the issue of standing orders, indeed, the Legal Affairs Committee is the one that is mandated to make changes, adjustments, add, remove any part of the standing orders. This comes from recommendations made to them, but they can only be in effect only and when the whole House has agreed to them. Now, it will depend on what point. If they finish before we rise, then they'll be considered by this House. If not, obviously, before they are put into effect, I'm sure all of us will come back, we'll be able to debate about them at that point. So they cannot be effected without the nod of the House. But whether it's going to be this one or the next cohort depends on when they'll complete that process. But they cannot be effected without the House knowing and without the House's nod. The other issue you raised, the second one was on responses from honorable ministers. I think that one, the government chief whip and the leadership, it depends on when they can give us space, but I think we did include it that during the business committee that we want the ministers to give us responses to the committee reports. So I think the leader and the whip probably will give us guidance on when at least one or two reports can be responded to by the honorable ministers, because we did make that commitment even during the business committee meeting that at least we should have some responses to the reports that have been presented on the floor. So just a reminder to the government side. I saw honorable member for Cholo Central, and then there's Cholo South. Is it South or Cholo Southeast? South, eh? Southwest, yes, thank you.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, and good morning. In today's newspaper, there's an article that Cholo Central and indeed Ben Pin moved an adjournment motion yesterday, which is not true. I must say, a few minutes as I was about to rise, a reporter from The Nation called me to apologize, but that's just a call outside. The public is not aware that I did not move that particular motion. And I thought I should really raise it because it has been a concern over a period on misreporting. I therefore wanted to bring to your attention of what is there and categorically say that I did not move that particular motion. I thank you, Madam.
Much honorable member for Cholo Central. Indeed, just to clear to our reporters that a motion to for adjournment was not done by honorable member for Cholo Central. So it is a misrepresentation of what transpired in the House yesterday. Thank you. Yes, honorable member for Cholo South East.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. As a citizen of good standing, mine was just a big worry that we are using taxpayers' money, and you can see on the government side, people are not keeping time. So I wanted to suggest that we should take responsibility of the money that we use each and every sitting.
Members, order, please.
One of them who is
honorable members on my right.
One of
Can
them
I have
who
order,
is
please?
irresponsible is the lady who is, actually responding to my concern, because we are using taxpayers' money. We have to be here on time. So maybe we could do a roll call for people to know that these are the people that do much care of the finances or the taxes that we use of Malawian people. I submit, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, honorable member for Cholo South. Honorable, can I have order, please? Honorable members, what the honorable member is saying is true. We are summoned to Parliament, but there is sometimes that we get a lot of members not available. Mr. Leader and Chief Whip, and on both sides, not just this side, it's on both sides. Most of the seats are very empty. Can you please check on your members? It's a summon to Parliament, but they are not in the House. So it's both sides, honorable member for Cholo Central. And today you are in the chamber, but there are times that you are also not available in the House. Yes. Cholo Southwest. No, Cholo Central is always in the House. No. No. Even you, the times that I can take a roll call and check on every day and tell you which members are always in the House. Thank you. Honorable, yes, can you start all over again? I didn't get you.
You have reflected me. Can you produce in this House which day I was absent without communicating to my VP? Can you produce that?
No. I'm not saying you are absent without communicating.
Yes.
Sometimes you have communicated to them and not to me. Yeah, remember, it has to come to my office.
Yeah. So.
Yes. So, honorable member.
You shouldn't be biased.
The issue you raised is very, very true and very pertinent. No. Cholo South East. Please resume your seat.
Madam Speaker, you shouldn't be biased.
I'm not being biased, and that is why I've
pertinent issue. And you are reflecting.
I agree with you. Very, very pertinent. And even me, I've complained so many times of members who are absent in the House. So many times. I have complained. I've said that it doesn't matter who it is, as long as you're absent, it is a summon by the Speaker. That is very, very true. I agree with you. But what I'm saying is, if you check the absenteeism, yes, on this side, there are more members not present. But if you check the chairs on this side, where people are also not present. Yes. So whichever side of the House, as long as you're not in the House.
Your response should have been, even you are absent. You're not checking why you have been absent in this.
Aha. No, honorable member. If you want, I can produce. If you want, I can produce. Yes, I'll produce. I can produce that. I'll do that. I can produce, honorable. I can produce the days that you're not in the chamber and I don't have leave of absence from you. I can produce that. I'll do that. No, I'll do that. There are times he's not in the chamber. I don't have any information about him not being in the House. Thank you. But all in all, the matter that you have raised is very true. That it's very sad that we have so many members who are not in the House. And yet people are expecting us to be in this House. What you've raised is very true, but there are few members of Parliament, there are some that are here no matter what, they're always in the House. Commissioner Patel is one honorable member who is always in the House. The government chief whip, the leader of the house. There's so many honorable commissioners there. There's so many members that are come, but we do have some who perpetually are not in the house. Very true. And it's not something that we can be happy about. It's not. Thank you. It's always in the house, and so many others. But we do have some who perpetually are not here. It is very, very sad that some members, they are not doing the duty by not making themselves available in the house. Thank you.
General business, questions or notice to ministers for oral replies.
Honorable members, or Honorable Government Chief Whip, you are rising.
Good morning, Madam Speaker. I'm rising to just provide guidance that we start with questions to Minister of Local Government.
Yes, and on the same, there's so many times also this issue of absenteeism, even on the front row. Can you please help us? We should always have the ministers in the house to come and respond to questions. Please, we only have a week. Please make sure the responsible ministers are available to respond to the questions. Thank you.
I can assure you, Madam Speaker, that a question will not be skipped because the minister is not around. If the minister is not around for any particular reasons, we'll ensure that there is collective responsibility and some minister will take over the charge to respond to those questions. Thank you.
Honorable Government Chief Whip. And I hope, because we only have a week, so for member like Lirongwempeno Nkoma, he should still get a chance that his question should be responded to, please. So, but then why are you saying we should start with other questions and skipping? Oh, okay. So we'll go back and respond to it? Okay. If that's the case, that's okay. So we'll start with, we said local government? Honorable members, we start with question number 94, Nchinji South, Minister of Local Government. Oh, sorry, Honorable member for Nchinji South, 94. Good.
Madam Speaker, I'm standing to confirm that the question is indeed coming from the people of Nchinji South. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Nchinji South. Honorable Minister of Local Government.
Right Honorable Speaker, good morning, and good morning, honorable members. This is another day the Lord has made. We shall rejoice and be glad in this day. I would like, through you, to thank the people of Nchinji South. The people of Nchinji South would like to ask the Minister of Local Government, Unit and Culture to consider constructing a house for Senior Chief Mavwere of Nchinji District. Honorable Speaker, I wish to inform the honorable member that it is government policy to provide decent houses and offices to all our chiefs in the country. The ministry, at the meantime, is constructing chief houses in phases due to resource constraints. My ministry is currently constructing 77 houses across the country. Let me inform the honorable member that my ministry will include the construction of houses for all senior chiefs in Nchinji District in the next phase after completing this phase. This will include the house for Senior Chief Mavwere. Let me inform all members of parliament in this house that my ministry is liaising with the district commissioner in the districts where we are currently constructing chief's houses to fast track the construction of these houses in order to complete this phase to enable us to go to the next phase. I thank you, Honorable.
Thank you, Honorable Minister. Honorable Member for Chimwendo.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, for recognizing the people of Chimwendo South, specifically from Sabutiye Nkutumula. I would like to ask the Minister of Local Government to consider constructing a decent house for Sabutiye Nkutumula and his offices, since he is staying in a dilapidated house. Thank you.
Thank you, Chimwendo South. Honorable Minister of Local Government.
Right, Honorable, I would ask the Honorable Member from Chimwendo to check if indeed we have Senior Chief Nkutumula. I am the Minister of Local Government. We don't have Senior Chief Nkutumula. Can you? Okay, Sabutiye. All right. Okay. Thank you so much. I apologize. Maybe it's a prophecy that Sabutiye Nkutumula will one day become the Senior Chief, which is very possible because you might recall that His Excellency the President promoted 4 TAs to Senior Chiefs in Ncheu. But to thank you for your question, which you would like to ask the Ministry to consider constructing a house for Sabutiye Nkutumula of Chimwendo. Currently, Right Honorable Speaker, the Ministry is constructing houses for senior chiefs, later on traditional authorities. We have not embarked ourselves in constructing houses for sub-traditional authorities due to resource constraints. When we have resources, this will be taken care of. I thank you.
Minister, Blantyre City Central.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, for the opportunity for Blantyre City Central to ask a supplementary question to the Honorable Minister of Local Government. Honorable Minister, since we are on the issue of construction and talking about senior chiefs, I would like to find out, Honorable Minister, in Senior Chief Kapeni's area in Ndirande, there is a Nasolo bridge which is about to collapse. I know you have an interest in that, but I've also been informed that I think it is no longer your ministry, Honorable Minister, under Blantyre City Council that is handling, but that it is being handled by Ministry of Transport and Works. So I just want to get confirmation from you, and also since the Minister of Works and the new Deputy Minister around, maybe we could get an explanation on the way forward for the construction of Nasolo Bridge in Ndirande, TA Kapeni's area, Blantyre City Center. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Blantyre City Central, Honorable Minister of Local Government.
Right, Honorable Speaker, I think Lero because this question is about bridges and I'm answering about chief houses. I wish all days should be like this. But let me thank my dear brother from Blantyre City Central and specifically from Senior Chief Kapeni. And he's asking about Nasolo Bridge in Ndirande, which is a very critical bridge. However, let me assure you that it is still my ministry responsible with funding from the Lord's authority. Not necessarily that it has shifted to the Minister of Transport and Public Works. But as you may recall, you have been asking for this bridge for some time. You have been very passionate about this bridge, looking at the need for more resources. My ministry, through Blantyre City Assembly, did request Roads Authority to support with funds. I'm aware of the progress. We are almost done with the resources, getting resources, and very soon I will brief you on when we're going to start construction of Nasoro Bridge in Dirand. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Honorable Minister. Thank you for answering, although it was not related to your response. Dowangala? More likely, we've already done, when we have 6 people online, it doesn't take anymore. It's not working completely? Okay. Our technicians, can you come and check? Yes, Dowangala, you have the floor.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, for giving the people of Dowangala an opportunity to ask a question from the Minister. Would the Minister consider also constructing a house for our senior chief, Chakaza, would the Minister consider constructing a house for Senior Chief Chakaza and also Sub-TA Njati? Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Member for Dowangala. Honorable Minister of Homeland Security. Sorry, on local government.
Dowangala did not ask about the police houses. I would like to thank the people of Dowangala for their question. The question is specifically about Senior Chief Chakaza and Sub-TA Njati. I want to agree with the people of Dowangala that Senior Chief Chakaza deserves a house and therefore is in the next phase of chief's houses. This phase, as I did respond earlier on, once we are done with this phase, the next phase, Senior Chief Chakaza, Chiwele, Msakambewa, Indoor, and others across deserve very good houses. And for that reason, we are going to construct a house for Senior Chief Chakaza. For Sub-TA Njati, as I did respond to Bwanje North, the policy right now has not yet reached to sub-traditional authorities. We are constructing houses for senior chiefs and the traditional authorities. Because this is my last response, I wanted to take this advantage to our brother who has left, I think Cholo South, that the members in the house were not absent. They just delayed because of the traffic jam. If you look at the house, you have a full house, Right Honorable Speaker. You have now a full house. And this is time for campaign. If we started the campaigning ourselves here, things will not work for us. But truth be told, we have almost a full house. So I just wanted to assure him. In fact, he came to ask his questions and he has left his question and he has left. And has left within 10 minutes. Maybe he's coming back. So we assure him through Cholo Central that the house is full. The front bench of DPP is full. The front bench of UTF is full. The front bench of MCP is full. The front bench of Afford is full. In fact, the whole house is full. For that reason, the house is okay. Let's proceed. Thank you. Thank you so much, Madam.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister of Local Government. Honorable Chief Whip, please guide.
Yes, Madam Speaker. Now we can go back to the question on mining from question number 70.
Chief Whip, we go back to question number 70. Lilongwe Mpeno Nkoma.
Thank you so much, Right Honorable Speaker, for according people of Lilongwe Mpeno Nkoma an opportunity to affirm the question. Further, we believe and trust that the issues relating to this question will be resolved once and for all, given the cohesive skills of the minister. Thank you so much, Right Honorable Speaker.
Thank you, Lilongwe Mpenu Nkoma. Honorable Minister of Mining.
Good. Madam Speaker, through you, allow me first to thank the President of this country for appointing me as a Minister of Mining. It is not something that I can take for granted. Looking at how many people we are in this House, over 193, but he decided to choose me to appoint me as a Minister of Mining. My people from my village, where several prominent politicians have come from, like Clement Kadali, Manoa Chirwa, Mchalika Banda, Aleke Banda, Philemon Kamkwala, Sam Kandodo, Zikari Ngoma, Chintupira have come from, including myself and Noah Chimpeni. I'm so grateful, and I want to thank MCP government for actually accommodating me. I was supposed to be that side, but because I had no peace, I'm this side. You know, you only go where there's peace, and this peace is God. And here, I feel God is this side. And I'm assuring you, that's why we have so many pastors here, compared to so many, I wouldn't say, but anyway, I'm really sorry. Madam, through you, allow me to respond to the question number 7, raised by Honorable Member for the Mpenu, Honorable C. Kajawa, who has asked my Ministry of Mining to designate a formal and official miner to facilitate gazetted mining in Kuza Ward, particularly to support the mining of gold for the benefit of Malawians. Madam Speaker, let me begin by clarifying the legal framework that the government that governs the gazetting of areas for mining in our country. Under Section 55 of the Mines and Minerals Act of 2023, the Minister responsible for mining, in consultation with the Mining and Minerals Regulatory Authority, may propose areas of non-mineralization to be temporarily reserved. This reservation allows the Department of Geological Survey to conduct further studies and assessments of the minerals potential in that area. Once the authority determines that the proposed area is suitable for such a reservation, it communicates its determinations to the minister. The minister then has a period of 30 days to publish a notice in the Government Gazette, officially designating the area as a geological survey reserve area. Such a designation remains valid for a period of up to 2 years from the date of application. It is important, therefore, to emphasize, Madam Speaker, that this process does not initially require the appointment of a formal and official miner. The purpose of gazetting is to secure the area for study and possible future tendering, and not to immediately commence mining operations. Now, turning specifically to the Nkuza Ward, the Ministry will undertake a ground assessment to collect the exact geological coordinates of the area in question. This is a critical first step to establish whether or not the land in question has already been licensed to any entity. If it is confirmed to be unlicensed, then the area may be considered for reservation or allocation in accordance with the law. While the Honorable Minister has rightly noted that there are indications of gold deposits in the area, the Ministry must first verify the type and extent of the mineral resources through proper geological assessment. Exploration is a fundamental phase in the mining process. And before any serious mining can take place, we must determine the quality of the mineral, the depth at which it occurs, and the quality of the deposit. Without this critical data, no responsible mining operation can be designed, and no meaningful investment can be attracted. Furthermore, Madam Speaker, the Ministry recognizes the interests and the aspirations of local communities to participate in the mining sector. If the people of Nkuzawad are keen to benefit from their natural resources, we strongly encourage them to form a mining cooperatives. This ministry stands ready to support such initiatives by providing training in modern and responsible mining practices. This will not only promote transparency and accountability, but also ensure that the communities themselves benefit from the development of their mineral resources. Let me assure the August House that the Ministry of Mining remains fully committed to fostering a mining sector that is sustainable, inclusive, and aligned with the broader development goals of the nation. We are determined to ensure that all mining activities in Malawi are carried out in a regulated and manner that serves both the national interests and aspirations of Malawians. I thank you, Madam Speaker. Thank you.
Honorable members, Zomba Malosa, the question was asked by Honorable Member for Lidongwempenu. So it's not up to you to decide. Let him give the response according to what he thinks should be the response to the question. Thank you. Honorable Member for Lidongwempenu, you have a supplementary?
Yes, please.
Floor.
I've listened to the response. And people of Lidongwempenu are really concerned in that at this stage, about 6 people have died on account of illegal mining. So we are keen to know the solution and ready, solution to the matter. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Honorable Minister of Mining.
Madam Speaker, through you, allow me to respond to the supplementary question raised by the same Member of Parliament from Lidongwempenu. My ministry is much aware that illegal mining is creating a lot of tension in this country. And many people indeed may lose their lives because gold is money. A country without a strategic plan is like a ship without a ladder. A strategic plan entails so many things, goals, tactics, and it also aligns visions, missions, objectives accordingly. It sets out priorities and also allocates resources accordingly. It also identifies opportunities and also manages time and security. In this regard, we are in the process of coming up with a revised strategic plan that will be able to manage and look at all these things that are creating pressures, controls, that we end up seeing people losing their lives. When I went to in Cape Town, the same issue was raised by so many countries that a lot of illegal miners fight each other for such precious minerals. And we are looking at who indeed would be responsible. Is it the mining industry, or the mining department, or the security department? And as such, we are looking into this seriously, and we'll be talking to our fellow people from the security department to provide tough security to ensure that Malawians are protected as they are doing their minings. The other thing I would really want to add is that our police is more of a service than a force. And this was designed, enacted in this house. And many people, when police go to do the controls or some other things, they look at them from a different perspective, not to enforce, not to protect them accordingly, because they would want to go and make sure that that thing ends up in a manner that is democratically neutral to everybody, the offender and the offended. So this thing is creating a bit of a problem to enforce security, more especially in the bush, where people are and are very far from security. So in our strategic plan, we have taken this seriously, and we are working on it to ensure that within the shortest period of time, this issue of people losing lives as they are mining should come to an end. I thank you, Madam Speaker. Thank you.
Zomba Chisi.
Thank you very much, Right Honourable Speaker, for giving the people of Zomba Chisi constituency to ask a supplementary question to the Honourable Minister responsible for mining. Right Honourable Speaker, I wanted to find out from the Honourable Minister if there is a policy in place within his ministry with regard to exploration of minerals in various places within the borders of our country. I have in mind the Chis Island, where it is suspected that for the past 4 or 5 years, we've been seeing people, suspicious people, coming to the island with the possibility of exploring minerals. And it is suspected that some of them are actually illegally mining some minerals on the island. I wanted to find out, first of all, if he's aware, if his ministry is aware, and indeed, if there is a policy in place to guide such malpractices, so that at least, if indeed there are minerals there, the people of Chis Island and indeed the people of Zomba can benefit from the same. I thank you, Right Honourable Speaker, Madam.
Zomba Chisi, Honourable Minister of Mining.
Madam Speaker, through you, allow me to answer a supplementary question from Zomba Chisi, where he's very much concerned about whether our minister has a policy in place on exploration of minerals in various places, including Chisi Island, where he comes from. I'm looking at this as a new question, and I thought maybe if you could fill in a form for us to respond accordingly. But as it is, I will still but as it is now, I will try to respond to his question and make him feel what he wants is indeed within our jurisdiction. There is a policy in place. Mining industry, mining department has a policy in place on exploration. But what we have noted of late is that Malawi is a country whereby it has several minerals that the whole country is looking for. Malawi has several minerals that the whole country is looking for. And our police have already stated there is a policy in place. There is a policy in place.
Member for Rumpi, is it Rumpi West? No.
Maybe you don't
Order,
understand.
please. Rumpi West, order.
Maybe let me explain what the policy is for you to understand. A policy is a set of instructions that the government uses in order to allow or not to allow other things to operate in the country. Are you confident of what I'm talking about? So if a policy is a direction where a government will take in order to accept or something not to be done or to be done, what I'm saying is we have a policy in place. But Malawi was completely ignored by the previous governments in regard to mining. Mining would have taken Malawi somewhere by far, and it is the outsiders, those across the borders, that have realized more that Malawi has the potential of minerals that we could have used. But because of the mistakes we have made a lot of mistakes. Because of the mistakes we have been making as a government, on one strategic, we have
Can we hear the Honorable Minister inside his
mistakes as a country on one economic. When we look at the economic mistakes that we have made, we have had mistakes in terms of contract agreements that we have made, poor funding to the ministry, people over profit, security mistakes, policy mistakes, trade mistakes, licensing mistakes that we need to correct. Two, we have also made mistakes that we need to correct, strategic mistakes. Strategic mistakes. In the strategic mistakes, and the other mistakes that we have made are philosophical. The ones our friend from Zomba Chisi is talking about. We have also made mistakes on ideological, where and why do you want such things. Those mistakes we have accumulated have created Malawi to be completely poor and very poor, and those that are benefiting are from outside. But because of the wide leadership of Dr. Lazarus Chakwera, he has brought in a strategy called ATM, where mining now has taken a major role and been positioned on the strategic position to make sure that now Malawians benefit. We are just now learning about these minerals now. When we had our independence 70 years ago, we have been concentrating on issues that will make Malawi grow. And many have been benefiting from outside. That's why I'm saying we are bringing in a strategy, revising the strategy, to ensure that such mistakes happening in GC should not happen anymore. And that will be done soon. Thank you.
Very much, Honorable Minister of Mining, Honorable Member for Doha West, and the last one will be Blantano.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker, for recognizing the people of Doha West to raise a supplementary question. Right Honorable Speaker, I want to find out from the Honorable Minister of Mines and Minerals Development whether there is a deliberate policy within the ministry to actually, Madam Speaker, I want to find out from the Honorable Minister of Mines and Minerals Development whether there is a deliberate policy within the ministry to make a thorough inspection of the mines across the country. Because, Madam Speaker, very often we have seen mining operators, mining companies, engaged in the so-called collection of samples, but actually those particular samples, they are being sent outside under the guise of testing the minerals, the available reserve. And it is taking a number of years for these mining operators to start the actual mining operations so that the country can benefit. I can give you an example, Madam Speaker. We have got the rubies of Chimwendo in Ncheu. We have got green tourmaline, actually from the West constituency. The operator came, he just said, oh, we are doing the testing, but literally nothing. We have got graphite of Kadengeza in Doa East. We want to understand whether we are actually benefiting or not, because I think we have done the testing for so long now. We need the actual mining operations. Even Rutairo in Kasia, when are we starting the actual mining? Do we have a policy? Can the Honorable Minister maybe make a presentation, a ministerial statement covering all the minerals across the country so that we know at what level are we in terms of the rare earth minerals, Lisumbui, gold mining operations across the country, so that we have got a comprehensive report from the Honorable Minister, because this is a priority for this government and we need to be seen to be pushing the agenda of the President, especially within the framework of the ATM strategy that he talked about. I submit, Madam Speaker. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Honorable Member for Doa West. Honorable Minister of Mining.
Madam Speaker, through you, allow me to respond to Doa West, whether we have a deliberate policy to be inspecting mining processes in the country, and whether we have controls or have done something else in regard to samples that are being taken out of the country. Because it started long time ago, and this thing is continuing. Madam Speaker, you have heard you have heard of late that we put a ban on some minerals that are being exported out of the country illegally, and at the same time, those that are being undercharged through dubious means and processes of mining. The government is working on this seriously to make sure that such things come to a cap. I would cite a few companies that have started working right now, that will start working within the period of 6 months to ensure that mining goes through right processes. And the deliberate policy that we have done in place, we have started putting in controls, you have seen the ban, and at the same time, we are coming up with a strategy that will bring all these things together and go the right direction and take mining seriously in this country, because this is the only source that would bring Malawi out of the economy that we are experiencing now to a better economy that will come in. Some of the companies that have already started working and will start work, indeed it is true what he's saying, that Malawi has several minerals, but many people are taking these minerals out of this country deliberately as if they're going for samples, when in actual fact they're doing business. We have actually managed to catch one of the vehicles that was going to Zambia with our graphite mineral, that in Zambia they're using it for pencil, they're using it for batteries and other things. Which is why in our plan we are trying to bring in young men and women to help us come up with very strong cooperatives that will be able to be working on each and every mineral that we have. Like graphite, that can be used for pencils, it can be used for batteries, it can be used for lubricants. Monazite is talking about, those we can use them for renewable energy, permanent magnets, geological dating, pigments for paint, paper, plastic, making toothpaste, sunscreens, and ceramics. We have rare earth in Kasia, where this can be used for clean energy. It can also be used for defense. Smartphones, lead lights, electricity, windmills, even for agriculture. glass making, batteries, catalysts for converters, and used for cell phones and some other things. We also have lime. This lime we have, we are not using it to the maximum. Can be used for building, and also used for agriculture, and then also conditions and neutralize the acidity in the soil. It is also used for steel protection, and also used for filters in products like toothpaste, plastic paints, and some other things. Malawi is potentially positioned that if these things, we put up a better policy, a strong policy, Malawi will change within the shortest period. Not only that, we have also uranium, that Malawi can be a nuclear power. This can generate electricity, which we are saying. We have also found some deposits in Mchinji, where there are a lot of uranium. Malawi is a country that we should not be where we are. And I keep on asking myself, why are we poor? Why are we suffering? Why are we having problems? Mind you, I'll bring you the ministerial statement shortly, before we close, so that things go the right direction. But, I've always asked Madam myself questions that puzzles me too much. Why is Malawi poor when we have all these minerals? Why are we crying that we have no jobs when Malawi is so rich in minerals? Why were we quiet in this regard? Maxwell John once said, and I quote, Madam Speaker, a leader is one who knows the way. A leader goes the way and shows the way. End of quote. He also said, he said, the leader, when the leader shows the way with the right actions, their followers copy them. Another quote that will support you.
Can I have order, please? Can I have order?
Was done by Zagaf. Zagaf says, and I quote, if you help people get what they want, they will help you get what you want. Dr. Aranta Shapira has clearly put the right person in mining so that we do things the right way, reveal what was happening, and I will expose everybody who was involved in these things, who was destroying our economy through mining, and come up with better policies. Because the mining, as I'm talking now, is the least funded department ever. And you expect that economy to drive our economy in the ATM system. What is that? We want to make sure that whatever you are talking about, it's protected, and Malawi will change within the shortest period of 6 months. As I'm talking now, we are in the process of banning gold, because gold is money, and the alluvial gold, that alluvial gold you see in the rivers, that is destroying our rivers, diverting our rivers, poisoning our rivers, and creating a lot of infrastructure pressures will come to an end. And Malawi should own those things. Okay? Malawi should own the alluvial gold, because when I did a research in Zimbabwe, Zambia, Botswana, most of their gold that they have is alluvial gold. Why were you not concentrating on alluvial gold? Why were you concentrating on gemstones and not alluvial gold? The past 30 years we have seen, Malawi would have been better than Botswana, because we have arable land and we have minerals. So I will bring the ministerial statement.
Can I have order, please?
Sooner.
Honorable members, can we have order? I can't hear the honorable minister, please.
Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, honorable minister. I've seen the leader of opposition. The leader of opposition had.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker.
Can we have order, please? Order.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. for the expose that the Honorable Minister of Mining has provided. My supplementary question, right?
Please, we can't hear the leader of opposition. Please, we can't hear him.
My supplementary question to the Minister of Mining is, can he give us an update on the situation of oil and gas in Lake Malawi? Oil and gas in Lake Malawi. Oil and gas mining in Lake Malawi.
So you're asking for a ministerial statement?
No.
Sorry? You want him to respond now?
Yeah, he can.
But the honorable member, if you check the question, the honorable leader of opposition, you know the rules, the question and what is here. I don't think it is fair to expect the minister to have the response. If you're asking for him to bring it at a later date, I would think that would be fair. But it's not connected to the response. So I'm sure the honorable minister can do that at a later stage, that you want to get a statement on the same. Thank you. Chief Whip, you are rising. Yes, we only get 3 questions. I only have Blunt and North left.
Madam Speaker, you can see that the Honorable Minister of Mining is loaded, but we have exhausted the 3 supplementary questions to his questions, and therefore I would like to beg that we vary the order paper for us to move now to government business 3 bills.
Can I have order, honorable members? Honorable Government Chief Whip, yesterday we made a commitment on question understanding order 14.
We'll come back to the questions.
Sorry?
We will come back to the questions.
We'll come back to questions?
Yes.
But question time ends at 10:45, and if not done extension, we can't come back to it.
There is still time for us to extend that.
Sorry?
There is still time for us to
Yes,
extend
unless I
question
get that assurance that will happen, because I did make a commitment on question understanding order 14.
Yeah. You have my word on that one.
So we'll come back to the question
we'll
time?
come back to the questions after doing the bills.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
And I did
So
recognize...
we will be able to take those questions, understanding order 14.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Honorable member for Cholo North, I'll give you space later. Sorry, Branta North, I'll give you space later. Yeah.
So maybe before that, I can move that we extend question time beyond half a break, so that we are still able to take questions even after half a break.
Okay.
And then
Thank
after that motion, I'll come with the varying motion.
Okay. Thank you very much, Government Chief Whip. Honorable members, I now put the question. The question is that, we waive all relevant standing orders in order for us to cover government business, and then go back to questions after health break. Those of that opinion say aye. Aye. Those of the contrary view say no. The ayes have it, and the motion is carried. Government Chief Whip, please guide on which business.
Speaker, I was saying that we vary the order paper for us to tackle government business bills 3, bill number 7, financial crimes. Thank you.
Which bill? Number 7. Clerks at the table.
Government business bills, bill number 7 of 2025, financial crimes amendment.
Thank you. Honorable Minister of Finance, first reading of the bill when?
Madam Speaker, today and now.
Members, I now put the question. The question is that Bill number 7 of 2025, Financial Crimes Amendment, be read for a second time. Those of that opinion say aye, be taken today. Those of the contrary view say no. The ayes have it and the motion is carried.
Second reading, Bill number 7 of 2025, Financial Crimes Amendment.
Honorable Minister of Finance.
Madam Speaker, I beg to move that the Financial Crimes Amendment Bill number 7 of 2025 be read now. This bill, Madam Speaker, seeks to amend the Financial Crimes Act, Chapter 7, subsection 7 of the Laws of Malawi, which was enacted in 2023 to address deficiencies identified during implementation, as well as those highlighted in the 2019 Mutual Evaluation Report for Malawi, conducted by Eastern and Southern African Anti-Money Laundering Group. Additionally, Madam Speaker, the bill aims to unlock resources and bridge the funding gap in the fight against money laundering, terrorist financing, and other financial crimes. Madam Speaker, the background to this bill is that the Financial Crimes Act, Chapter 7, subsection 7 of the Laws of Malawi was enacted by Parliament in 2017, repealing the Money Laundering Proceeds of Serious Crimes and Terrorist Financing Act of 2006. The Act strengthened the legal framework for combating financial crimes by, among others, enhancing money laundering and terrorist financing offences and criminalizing proliferation financing in line with international standards, introducing a risk-based approach to the supervision of reporting institutions, but also strengthening the asset forfeiture regime through civil forfeiture and the establishment of confiscation fund. And finally, Madam Speaker, transforming the Financial Intelligence Unit into the Financial Intelligence Authority, granting it investigative powers. In 2023, Madam Speaker, the Act was amended to address strategic deficiencies and limitations in the country's anti-money laundering and combating the financing of terrorism. As identified during its implementation since 2017, the amendment, Madam Speaker, also corrected grammatical, technical, and typographical errors that had emerged in practice. Despite these efforts, Madam Speaker, key challenges remain. As highlighted in the 2019 Malawi Mutual Evaluation Report by SMLAG, the country continues to face deficiencies in its legal framework, as well as inadequate resources for competent authorities tasked with combating money laundering, terrorist financing, and other financial crimes. The bill, Madam Speaker, contains 8 clauses which seek to, 1, define the definition of competent authority, B, align the definition of funds, C, impose additional responsibilities on licensed financial institutions, and D, expand the permitted uses of funds under the confiscated fund. And Madam Speaker,
We had an undertaking yesterday.
Have you written to the office?
Yes.
You have written to my office?
Yes, one inch.
Okay, and it has satisfied the 7 days?
It hasn't, but we intend to move.
Well,
because
it has to satisfy 7 days, Honorable, at least the minimum. Okay. Honorable members, it is 12 minutes to 11. I now suspend proceedings for health break. We shall, well, I have not been communicated. Oh, thank you. Honorable members, before I suspend proceedings, let me recognize visitors who are in the visitors gallery. We have received visitors from Mseteza Primary School. These are coming from Honorable Chinzeka. There are 90. They are coming to observe proceedings. Students from Mseteza Primary School, please stand so that we can welcome you. You are most welcome to Parliament of Malawi. Most welcome, including your teachers. Thank you. Please resume your seats. Next, we have 58 students from Chirungamo Private School. These are visitors coming from the constituency of Honorable Alfred Gia Landlord. 58 students from Chirungamo Private School and their teachers. Chirungamo Private School, you are most welcome to Parliament of Malawi, and thank you for visiting us. Honorable members, yeah, he already rose. Honorable members, it is 10 minutes to 11, and now suspend proceedings. We shall resume sitting at 20 minutes past 11. House suspended.
Osaiwala kupanga subscribe ku channel ya AMTV Malawi.